We make decisions every day. We are daily confronted with opportunities, options, plans. We must choose one or the other. We cannot have both. These options are enormous. Whether we are conscious of it or not, every day of our lives, we make decisions. Standing up, have my bath, brush my teeth, meet people, sing, pray, talk to someone, bad habits, bad associations. We make decisions every day. We are only confronted with which choice or what choice should I make. You cannot do both. You choose one and drop the other. God said, choose ye this day whom you will serve. Life is a choice. We are products of our choices. We make our choice makes us. And when we find ourselves having to make that decision, I think we should make it this way. Growing better than being bitter. That's a decision. You can choose to grow. Somebody did something to you, hurt you badly, said some things you don't like, insinuated, made statements that will make you feel lesser than human being. You can choose to use that person to grow, develop your mental health, be matured enough to take the bullets, and before you know it, you just find yourself, wow. So, if anybody says anything now, it does not make any difference. Headache is peculiar to the owner. Anybody can say anything. It's a level of growth and development and decisions to be able to say that, especially when you are very, very innocent. Sometimes we go through stuff and we are not innocent. We know that you deserve the treatment, you deserve the abuse, you deserve the beating, you deserve the insult, you deserve the insinuations. Fine. Sometimes you don't even have anything. You don't even have anything to do with what has happened. And yet, you have to be beaten, you have to be shattered, you have to be battered, you have to be insinuatedly rude to. If that English is not correct, don't worry. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that some people will insinuate some things, they will lie against you, they will make statements, and lo and behold, you don't have a choice, and you didn't do it. You know, sometimes if you have done something wrong, you are comfortable, well, it's what I deserve, I can be beaten, I can be insulted. But in a place where you find yourself being innocent, like Joseph, oh my goodness, Joseph was lied against. His master's wife told him to sleep with him multiple times. And the guy said, no, I cannot allow my erection to destroy my direction. I will not do this and sin against God. The vision I saw, the future I saw, what I saw in my life and what I'm seeing coming, it will be a compromise that will truncate my future. So I am not going to do it. And for not compromising, that was a decision also. But for not compromising, he found himself in the prison. He had a choice. He could rather grow or be bitter for life. Can I say this to everyone that is angry, you are bitter, somebody did something, somebody said something, somebody acted somehow. Hear me and hear me profoundly. You can't be bitter and better. Unforgiveness, bitterness is connecting your umbilical cord to the past. Unforgiveness, bitterness is like drinking poison, thinking someone will die. Let me tell you the truth. What kills a man is not the bite of the snake. It is the venom. The venom of the snake of being lied against is bitterness, unforgiveness, hatred, strong malice. Malice that is heavy, dosed malice, and yet you still have to grow. And if you are not growing, you'll be groaning. You have to develop yourself. You have to tell yourself, in my language they say, Adani loro agbára ló fi kọ́ni, meaning that the person that hurts you Instead of being bitter, you now chose to grow. You choose to develop your muscles, your skills and all. You know what will happen? You become a treasure. People will want to come around you and say, come, what happened? How did you handle this? I thought you were going to be drowned. I thought you were going to die. I thought something will happen, and lo and behold, nothing happened. Nothing is on point. Everything is fine. You become a general. Take it to the bank. You have a choice. You have a decision to make. In this wicked, crooked, perverse generation, things happen. People lie against you. People make statement that is not yours. True. The statement that is not yours. They make it, and some people will stand on it and say, you did it, I saw it. And you are like, And you can't defend yourself. Joseph had no way to defend himself. He couldn't have defended himself. What would he say? Wife of your master said you want to sleep with her. Just shut up and let God show you mercy. Let the mercy of God vindicate you. That is gross. By the time he got to the palace, I'm talking about Joseph, the rest was history. The rest was story. That is the beauty of life. Can you just build your strength? Make a decision to grow instead of being bitter. Whatever anybody says, don't worry, time will tell. Result ends insult. Result will show. Without that, honestly, you will not be able to come out well. You can't be bitter and be better. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. This is She Matters on Fresh FM 107.9 Abeokuta. On behalf of Dr. Nkaju Elaifele, who is a visionary leader, the father of Fresh FM Nigeria, I welcome you to She Matters on Fresh FM 107.9 Abeokuta. Today is going to be a blast. Powerful. We are going to have a good time on She Matters of today. If you missed last week's episode of She Matters, follow me on Instagram. My handle is Funke Adetuberu. You will see and hear what happened last week. Heavy dose stories, powerful encounters, experiences that life throws at people. I've said it before, I'm saying it again. Life is not fair, but God is faithful. And that is why if life hits you, don't head it. It is madness. Don't chest it. It is blood pressure. You can walk over it. This, my guest, shortly, she's going to become a wounded healer. And that is what happens when the devil thought he has finished his onslaught. Hey, Egbami. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ mi ní Yorùbá. Láti ìgbà tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ òyìnbó àfitìn ni mo máa ń sọ. Ẹ má bínú sí mi. Èṣù ò kì í bá ẹni tí ò bá bẹ̀rù jà. Ẹni tí mò ń gbé bọ̀ lénìí. Mo ti sọ oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀yìn o, bóyá kí n kàn sọ díẹ̀ pé tí nǹkan bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ orí ó nà mí, ó gbá mi, ó di mí lára, mi lè dáríjì láíláí ló máa wà. Ẹni tó bá ti wà ń bẹ̀ ò lè lọ iwájú, ojú kan ló máa jókòó sí. Let it go, jẹ́ ó máa lọ. Adánilóró agbára ló fi kọ́ ni. Kò sí nǹkan téèyàn ṣe síyàn láyé tó ṣe gbé. Àṣegbé ò sí, àṣepamọ́ ló wà. Nǹkan kan ṣoṣo tèmi mọ̀ ni wípé èèyàn kì í gbin àlùbọ́sà kó ká ẹ̀fọ́. Ẹni tó bá ní ẹ lára tó ń jẹ́ kí ọkàn ẹ pòrúru, ìgbà díẹ̀ ló kù, á kà ní press down, shaking together and running all over. If you are hearing me today, tó bá ń gbọ́ mi lénìí tó yẹ pé ìka ló mọ̀ ọ́ ṣe, ìwà ìkà kò pé ara mi, yé máa dán wò. Ìwà ìkà kò pé ara mi, rárá kò dá. Kò sí nǹkan téèyàn gbìn tí ò ní ká. Ẹ má bínú pé mo ti sọ òyìnbó lọ rẹpẹtẹ. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ tún gbọ́, ẹ follow mi lórí Instagram Funke Adetuberu ní handle mi. Kẹ́ lọ gbọ́, ẹ̀yin grandma, ẹ má bínú sí mi. Ẹni káwọn ọmọ yín máa túmọ̀ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Obìnrin kan ló sọ fún mi pé ìyá Adetuberu tó bá ti jẹ́ òyìnbó ló ta sí yín lénìí. Nǹkan tí máa ṣe ni pé màá pe àwọn ọmọ mi wípé kán wá gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣe rí guest mi èní yìí. Ìgbà tá a sọ̀rọ̀ débì kan níjẹjọ. ìkúnlẹ̀ abiyamọ ọkàn pé ìyá lèmi náà pé ayé ọmọ ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe rádaràda báyìí ó jó mi lára ó dùn mí tọkàntọkàn ṣùgbọ́n bí mo ṣe sọ ńgbà tí Ọlọ́run tó jẹ́ kó sì lè wà láyé láti san ìtàn ṣe mọ̀ pé ńgbà tá à ń bọ̀ láti ibi tó ti ń gbóhùn mi yìí tá à ń bọ̀ ní studio ó ní àpé ìgbà tó ń kéré òun fara jóná ipe òun bá tiẹ̀ ti mọ̀ kóun ti kú ńgbà yẹn ṣe rí nǹkan tí òbí máa ń jẹ́ kí ọmọ ológo dà ọmọ ológo á máa ronú ikú á fẹ́ pokùnso torí pé kí ni nǹkan tójú ẹ̀ rí láyé ẹnu ẹ̀ ò lè sọ nípasẹ̀ wípé ìdílé ò tò ìdílé ò yanjú ẹ gbọ́ mi o gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi lẹ́yìn ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa ṣe rí tí ẹ ò bá ronú pé kí ni mo fẹ́ fi ayé mi ṣe kí láyé mi fẹ́ dà nípa òmùgọ̀ láì mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kí n ṣe. If you are listening to me today, you are 18 and above. The women training school is coming up this Saturday ni o. Saturday tá a máa mú yìí ni o. 3rd of June. Tí n bá ń sọ àhùn yìí mo mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ o. If knowledge is expensive, try ignorance. Any investment in knowledge pays you back with interest. Pé o fẹ́ mọ̀, o fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àgàgà obìnrin, ìran lóbìnrin. A woman is a generation. There's a woman at generation curses. There's a woman at generation blesses. There's a woman at generation ignores. A lè jókòó sí di pé èmi ò mọ̀ ní kí n bá dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ ọjọ́ ń lọ. Time is going, life is going. You cannot tell your word you don't know better. If you don't know better, you can't live better. It takes understanding to stand. It takes understanding to be outstanding. Life is too short to be an ignorant person. Hey, somebody say, èwo tún ni training, èwo tún ni school. If you think education is expensive, ignorance is worst expensive. Mi rò pé òyìnbó tó ń jẹ́ worst expensive wà. I'm just looking for every word to use. Please register now. The number to register for women training school is 090 2010 1080. Take your paper now. Màá tún pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àbí kẹ́ ẹ mú fóònù yín 090 2010 1080. Nọ́mbà yẹn ló fi máa register for women training school. The best thing you can do for your personal self is to invest in yourself. As a man, you are a man, tí marry. You are a man, you are married. Invest in your wife. Invest in your wife to be. We are resuming this Saturday. Distance is not a barrier. You can attend through Zoom. Solid technology is given to us. So distance can never be a barrier again. The only thing that can limit you is you. And that is your ignorance. And let me tell you the truth. If you don't know better, you can't live better. Mi mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣọkọ mi, ìyàwó mi, ọkọ mi, kò fowó oúnjẹ lẹ̀. Obìnrin lè mú ọkùnrin kó gbogbo owó ẹ̀ lẹ̀ tó bá mọ bó ṣe máa hùwà. Tí ò ń ṣe pa mí kú sórí bẹ́ńbẹ́ sọ́kọ. Ẹlòmíì ń sin ọkọ ẹ̀ ti fọwọ́ kan nípa nǹkan tó yẹ kọ́kọ́ àti ìyàwó máa ṣe pọ̀ ìbálòpọ̀. Ó ti pẹ́ fílẹ̀ ara ń ro mí. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ kú ikú ọjọ́ àìpé. Ẹ gbọ́ mi. Ẹ tètè rán ìyàwó yín. I said the best investment you can give to your wife or your wife to be is to let her come. I will teach. You will understand why you are screaming, why you are not happy, why things are not working well for you. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa yí ẹ. Ayé obìnrin la fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Màá tún wá kọ́ àwọn ìyàwó yín bí wọ́n ṣe lè gbádùn ìbálòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú yín. Practical. Ó máa le. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí ó dọdún tó ń bọ̀ ẹ̀kan lọ́dún ni. Ẹ kó gbogbo ìṣúra yín jọ. Kẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ sí ìrìn àjò ọgbọ́n. ìrìn àjò òye, ìrìn àjò téèyàn wà ní máa kábàámọ̀. Ignorance ó máa ń jẹ́ kéèyàn kábàámọ̀ ni. Ignorance ó máa ń jẹ́ kéèyàn wà stress ni. Ignorance ó máa ń fìyàn sípò òmùgọ̀ ni. Ẹni tí ò bá gbọ́n ló máa ń gbọ̀n kiri. Ṣé wá rí o, ìran lóbìnrin o. A woman is a generation. There's a woman her generation causes. When you have a life that you are regretting, listen to me if you are a woman. Do you know that the man is the head of the home? The spirit of a woman rules the house. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin ẹ rò pé ẹ̀yin lọ lórí ilé. Ẹ̀yin kọ́, ẹ̀mí obìnrin ló ń tolé. Tóbìnrin bá sọ pé fìmílẹ̀ kò sáyè tàbí kó mú ẹbú tàní kó ṣépè kó sọ̀rọ̀. Ò ní lè lo àlùyọ, ò ní lè tayọ, ò ní lè ṣe nǹkan kan. Gbogbo ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa ní rẹ̀wẹ̀sì ni. Can you send your wife to me to build her for you, to present her to you as a bride that needed no guile, no embarrassment? You will have peace. Kò ní sí ìnira mọ́, kò ní sí àròkàn mọ́. Ò ní pẹ́ ń bí iṣẹ́ torí ò fẹ́ wá sílé torí màmá olóró ló wà nílé. Is an opportunity for you to invest in her. Do everything to persuade her to be part of this, and she will be happy. Ṣẹ́ni tá bá ti kọ́kọ́ wọlé school, gbogbo àwọn obìnrin mi ṣe náà máa ń wọlé tọ́rùn wọn máa tẹ̀. Tá bá ti parí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì báyìí, ẹ̀kọ́ rí wọn pójú wọn change, ìwà wọn change. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Because I teach women to change. You have been telling your wife, do this, do that, ṣe lè, ṣe tán. Over the years, kò gbọ́. Invite her, invest in her. The number to text again or to WhatsApp is 090 2010 1080. 090 2010 1080. Yes, my guest is in the house. She is here to tell her story. This part that I want to talk about, I want her to talk about, is in my pain and my passion for the youths and the younger generation. If you are 18 and above, please, parents, father, mother, invest in your daughter. Send her to me for training and mentoring. The reason is clear. You don't want to suffer over your children. Labor, money of cooperative, and money, loans. And at the end of the day, you are losing your children to peer pressure, ignorance, not knowing what to do. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá yín fi odó sí ọmọ yín nínú. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bá yín kọ́ bí wọ́n ṣe gbé ìgbésí ayé obìnrin. Let me help you to teach your children how to be a lady, how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to be a mother. The best gift you can give to any woman in your life, as I'm talking now, is to invest in them, to attend women training school. Zoom, handouts, certificates are going to be received. The number to text again or WhatsApp is 090 2010 1080. 090 20 10 1080. 090 20 10 1080. Yes, welcome my guest. Can you start your story, please?
Thank you for hosting me, ma. Okay, ma. So I'll say the whole devastating part of my life started when I got into a new school, because the first school I went to did not have secondary school section, so I had to change my school because I needed to write my GSS3 Becker exam. So I changed my school. I was very new with SS1, SS2, SS3. I've never heard it even existed. So when I got to that school, I noticed that everybody was different. Their behavior was very different from how my former school was. Then a senior prefect, an SS3 boy, came to me and he asked me out that I should be his girlfriend. And I accepted. The dating did not really last. But when my mom found out about it, and I had to stop because I didn't want trouble. So it was SS1 first term was when I had a senior school mother I usually go to her place because it was not far from where I stay. So I go there, I play, I do my assignments and projects they give me in school. I noticed that her elder brother was trying to get closer to me because he has been asking me out to be his girlfriend, that he was going to marry me. I told him no.
How old were you then?
I was
Somebody marry you. How old were you?
13, ma.
Go ahead.
So he said he wanted to marry me, that he will do anything for me. I said I don't want to date him, that I don't like him. He continued that way anytime I want to come and write my assignment, and I usually leave there around 7 o'clock. So one day she called me over to come to her place. This was very, very unusual because she has never called me to come to her place. I usually come on my own volition, especially when I have mathematical problems. So she called me over that I should come to her place and play. I said okay. I went there. When I got there, she was cooking with her elder brother in the kitchen, and the other one that was hitting on me was sitting in the parlor. I pretended not to see him until he started coming closer to me, trying to touch me where I don't like. So he asked me to sit on his laps. I said I wasn't going to sit on his laps. Then he pulled me on his laps. I had to sit down. Then later he pushed me on the couch and tried to rape me. I was screaming, but my school mother said she did not hear anything. And the kitchen was very, very close to the parlor. I didn't understand why she said she did not hear anything. Even the elder brother said he thought we were both playing around. So he tried to rape me, but it didn't work because I beat him on the shoulder. He stood up after he had already released on my laps. Then I told my school mother about it, and she was like, I shouldn't tell anybody, that I should keep it to myself, that I shouldn't tell anybody what happened in her house.
Did she apologize? Did he say sorry for what my brother had done to you? Did she know that something like that happened?
She said sorry, but the way she was saying it was as if she already knew it would happen. She was like, sorry, yeah. So I was like, why would you tell me not to tell anyone? And you know what your brother did was wrong. She didn't answer that question. She just said I should wash my laps and go back home. I did what she asked me to do. I went back home. But it kept on bothering my mind. So I had to tell my best teacher in school. When I told her about it, I didn't know she was also a blabbermouth, and she had went to tell the whole staff room about what happened. And my senior had already changed the story before I could even defend myself. My school mother told them that I went to their neighbor's house and they got me raped there. That she told me not to go there, and I still went there. So I tried defending myself that that was not what happened, that it was her brother that tried to rape me, that I didn't go to any neighbor's house, that it was her house I went to, and she was even the one that called me. I showed my English teacher the proof of missed calls that she had already flashed me to start coming to her house. But they still believed her because she was older than me and she was the best student then. So after that, it was second term SS1 when one of my friend got a boyfriend, which I did not know anything about. We're not really friends. We just go home together because we lived in the same area. So she got a boyfriend and the boy wrote a love letter to her. She was reading it in the toilet. Instead of her to put it in a bowl of water so that the paper will melt away, she threw it on the ground. And she was reading it out loud, not knowing that the next toilet, a teacher was inside, listening to what she was reading. She threw the paper on the ground and left. The teacher saw the sheet of love letter and was about to come and punish her for that. So they called the parents of the boy and the girl to the principal's office and told them that I was a bad influence to their daughter, and told them the fake news that my school mother had already told them, just to make me look bad in all the parents' eyes. So after all those incidents, on a Monday, I went to school and I started noticing that people were staring at me and whispering in each other's ears. I was like, what was going on? What happened? Until a classmate of mine had to tell me what the principal told his parents about me. I just pretended as if I didn't hear anything. Then I started noticing that my maths teacher and one of his students started hating and bullying me. And my English teacher was a male and he was trying to have me as a girlfriend. And I said no because I cannot date my teacher. He said, okay, it's fine. He decided to go for my friend. I started noticing that everybody did not want to see me. They don't want to like me at all. It was when we now got into SS3, we wanted to write our WAEC exams. And we were having our mock exams then. So I needed a mark. Like the question had a very huge mark that I really need for that exam because I knew the rest of the question. I didn't know that one. So I had to cheat in that exam. And the bully of my class saw me.
Now, you need to understand the pain that I'm going through. That's why I kept quiet. I'm looking at life. Listen to me today. If you are a teacher or you are privileged to be teaching or have influence with a younger person, don't sell your conscience. Don't rape. Don't set up for rape. Don't gang rape. It will affect your life till your grave. Hear me. It just came to me now. If you have ever raped a person before, send me a text on 080-232-42389 and say I raped before, because the cause of a rapist is death. Ask Amnon that raped Tamar. It may not be physical death, financial death, mental death, emotional death, psychological death. Comes on a rapist. My name is Olufunke Adetuberu. This is She Matters. In your various lives, homes, in your space. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so pained. It's paining me because I look at people that are in privileged positions, a boss, a teacher, a lecturer, someone that is privileged to have people under them, treating them with no fairness. Can I ask you a question? With what you are doing to somebody else's children, would you want somebody to do it to your own child? Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. It's a law. Whatever you sow, you will reap. You rape somebody else's child. You use the pen and the biro to destroy that person's result. And you insist until I have a carnal knowledge of you. Timba best will pass. And you are doing it, you think you are happy. You better send me a text. You are an addict. You need therapy. You need counseling. Or else, unfortunately, fún ọkùnrin yẹn, obìnrin kan lá lọ wọnú ayé ẹni yẹn pẹ̀lú ogun. Listen, sex is not a contract, it's a covenant. If you sleep with a woman that is not your wife, or you sleep with a man that is not your husband, you are invoking curses on yourself. God judges sexual sins. You cannot say, hey, it doesn't matter. Everybody is doing it. It's a man's world. Stay there. You will see that is God's world. Because it's not a man that made the earth. God made everything. And it was not made. Continue your story, my guest.
So, ma, like I said, we were writing our mock exam for WAEC. I needed a mark for that question and I didn't know the question, so I had to cheat. One of my bullies saw me with the cheat notes and he decided to report me to one of the invigilators then. I begged him not to, but because he had actually hated me ever since he heard what happened in SS1 and how people are putting fake news on my head that I'm already the prostitute of the school. It made him more annoyed and hate me so much that if I see him, I have to walk another way as he does not hurt me. So he saw me with the cheat note. I had to beg him not to tell the invigilator, but God helped me. The whole classroom had to beg him not to tell the invigilator that it won't happen again. That passed by. We wrote our WAEC. We passed. I saw my results and I was happy with it. Although everything that was going on in my secondary school days affected my studies, especially in math class, because I can't concentrate with the way he looks at me with hatred. So my mom decided that she wants to relocate to another area around my school. Where I was house hunting that day, I met a guy who wooed me before. We greeted each other and I passed him. Then I went again that same area the next day to get a house. I met him again. And this time he was like, I should come to his house. We should sit and talk. I said, okay, fine. Then later, I noticed that he was starting to get weird. There was nobody at home, the neighbors were not around, and I was starting to feel unsafe. So I said I want to be going. He said he wouldn't do anything, that is not like that. I decided to trust him, but he broke my trust. He first of all said he really liked me since when he saw me the first time, which was in just 3, when I was going to pay my school fees to the bank. He saw me in my uniform and he was like, hi, can I talk to you? I said no, and I walked out. That he has fallen for me since that period, that he couldn't get me off his mind, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm not ready to date anybody. Not after what happened in secondary school. I'm not ready to date anybody ever again. So later, it was like, he wants me to be his girlfriend. I said no. One thing led to the other, and I was in his room. I sat on his bed. It was like I should just feel relaxed that nothing would happen. That he just wanted to show me something on his laptop, which I believed, not knowing that he was going to rape me. So he put on the movie for me. I was distracted. I was watching the movie comfortably until when he started forcing me to kiss him. Then later, he pushed me on the bed and it was very, very strong. I couldn't drag him back. I was trying to bite him. I was doing everything I could do, but he didn't stop until he raped me. After he had done it, it was like, now that he had already had sex with me, that he now owns me, that I'm now his girlfriend, that I shouldn't tell anybody about it, that we are now dating, that it is normal. I said, I don't understand. You raped me and you are telling me I'm your girlfriend.
If you are just coming into this program, I said it before I even heard this, that if you have ever raped a lady before, quickly send me a text or voice note on 080-232-42389 because you need to remove that curse on yourself and your children. Your wife that is innocently marrying you, is going to carry children that are cursed. A father that the effect of rape will truncate his life, his business. I have never seen an addict that is as wicked as this thriving. Oh, I'm okay, I'm thriving. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. It is a matter of time. Continue with your story.
Okay, ma. So he told me that since he had already had sex with me, that he owns me now, that there is nothing I can do about it. I said, I don't understand. Am I not supposed to just take you to the police station and report you. And then later he was getting very aggressive. I was very scared because he wanted to strangle me. I noticed that he had these anger issues. I just decided to play right with it. Then after a while, I stopped chatting him. I stopped going to that area. I just went back to my house. I sat down. My mom noticed that I was down. She asked that what happened. I couldn't tell her anything. So he called and he was like, he wants to see me, that I should come to the house. I said, why? He said I should come first, that or else he was going to start sending my videos to my director in school. I said, okay, fine, I'm coming. I went to his house and he slept with me again. He said, we are dating already, that it's already normal, that nothing bad is going to happen, that even if I get pregnant, he's going to take care of the child. I told him, don't you know I'm just 15? I've not even reached 16. I was born October. He said it's alright that most of my mates are already having children. Later, he started asking me for money. I will give him money, my pocket money. I will save it and give it to him so that he could eat, because he was so broke. He couldn't even feed himself. He was relying on my pocket money to feed. And there was a time he wanted to sleep with me again. I refused. He strangled my neck and threatened that if I ever tried to break up with him, that he's going to do something very bad to me by himself.
Imagine somebody reacted reflexly, and I'm sure you are also reacting reflexly. You know why I'm quiet? I'm quiet because I know that though be hand, be joined together. You know what does that mean? Go to the mountain. Let the greatest prophets pray for you. Let prayer of agreement be made on your behalf. You will not go unpunished. Send me a text and tell me I raped somebody. I forcefully have sex with a teenager or with a child or with an adult. You are not even supposed to forcefully have sex with your wife. Sex must be consensual. You both have to agree. I've seen people go to jail in London, in America, because they force their wives to have sex with her. And you are now picking a child. You are now saying, hey, some of you think God is a magician. He's not a magician, he's a miracle worker. God revenges and he avenges. Hear me. If you have done it, you raped before, don't hesitate. I'm not judging you. I'm going to help you. I will take you through therapy and counseling. Your life has to be restored, or else, oh my God, I've seen people that have great potentials, have opportunity to survive, to succeed, and yet they are just walking like an elephant, eating like an ant, because their lives has been wrecked because of what they have done to a little child, to an innocent child, gang raped. One girl told me 7 men forced me to sleep with me. So when she became everybody's dog, sleeping around, because in therapy and counseling, we tell people to trace it, to face it, to erase it, and start replacing it. Please hear me. Don't think you will jello. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń jello tó bá rape èèyàn, tó bá ti fi ipá bá obìnrin lò pọ̀ rí láyé ẹ̀. Ìbá aṣọmọdé, ìbá aṣàgbà, tètè jẹ́ kí n ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ o. You need therapy, you need counseling. Bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, wàá kàn máa rá bàbá ni. Èpè kọ́, ègún ikú wà lórí ẹni tó bá fi ipá báyàn lò pọ̀. Ká tó wá sọ pé ọmọdé, ó tún wá ṣe ọkàn ṣe torí pé kò lẹ́ni tó máa gbà, torí kò lẹ́ni tó máa jà fún. Ó mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run máa ń jà fún ẹni tí ò bá lẹ́ni tó máa jà fún ni. God defends the defenseless, help the helpless, give judgment that is right to the one that is being cheated. Listen, if you have a person, bóyá ọ̀rẹ́ kan ti sọ fún ẹ rí pé girl yẹn àwa la rape, I molest, you better seek help. Tell that your friend. Mo gbọ́ program kan. Send my Instagram handle to him. Olufunke Adetuberu is the name. let the person send me a DM and tell me, ma, I've done the abominable. Nǹkan tí ò yẹ ká ṣe mo ṣe, nǹkan tí ò yẹ kí kan gbọ́ mo ṣe. Ẹ gbà mí. Then you will go through therapy and counseling. Then your heart can be free to succeed and to become anything in life. Or else, forget it. Forget it in your life. Forget it in the life of your children. You have just put your wife, innocent woman, into trouble. Because hear me, Abiola said to his blessed memory, he said, if a fish is good, check the head. Ẹlòmíì ti ṣe orí gbé, ó ti ṣe ọkọ fẹ́, and that is the problem the person or the women are facing till date. You can't afford to do that. It's a sin, an abominable before the Creator. And hear me, but you can be helped. That's why we do therapy. I do counseling. I help you to process the cause of being a rapist. There's a reason. Hurting people hurt people. Somebody must have messed you up before you start messing other people up. And life is short to keep going round in circle. My guest, continue your story.
Thank you, ma. So it started to become even more toxic. He was demanding for sex almost every day. Even though sometimes I'm very tired, he will still want to have sex.
How old are you, or were you then?
I was 16.
Hi.
So it continued for months just like that. I decided to just be in that life. I decided to just be like that since there is nobody that I could tell. Because if I tell my mom, I don't know what would happen. And I couldn't tell any of my friends because of the last incidents that happened. So I kept it to myself and continued that way. I later opened up to someone and she told me to just be brave, go to him and tell him I don't want to have anything to do with him again and walk out. And I did that, although he tried to be very aggressive, and then later he started crying like a psychopath. I didn't understand what was even happening because I don't know what is wrong with him. Before that, I told him I was pregnant and he told me to keep the child. I told him we don't even have anything to even keep the child, that you are broke and I cannot marry someone like you. I can't marry someone that raped me, took my virginity by force, and you're expecting me to have children for you. He said if I ever tried to abort the child, that he was going to kill me. I said fine, okay. I kept the child, but I had miscarriage, so he didn't stay. I told him about it and he said okay, it was fine, I should forget about it. Then later I told him that I don't want to have anything to do with him, and he started crying and acting so weird and aggressive. I noticed that I've been sleeping with a psychopath for a year.
Psychopath, narcissist, they are personality disorder in the human body. What I'm saying is those personalities that I've just mentioned, psychopath, sociopath, narcissist, they are borderline personality disorder. When they trap you, you are doomed. Please, if you are young and you are hearing me, don't go and marry without premarital counseling. No. It's your counselor that will help you to discern if this person is a narcissist. Some of you are hearing me now. You are dating a guy. You are seeing those red flags. He will beat you and tell you, shut up. Tomorrow he will come and beg you. You'll be crying. And you'll say, oh, it is so sorry. I said sorry. You are going on a suicide mission. It will kill you and nobody will do anything about it. And don't forget, the man you marry is the father of your children. How do you handle that? Continue your story, my guest.
When I broke up with him, he started sending screenshots of him messaging my directors. I was going to tell the director and show her the video. I started not to believe him. I just blocked him on Facebook, on every call line and everything, until his mother called me and began to beg me to date his son.
Every personality disordered people have lieutenants. A narcissist has lieutenant. This one is his mother. I need to round up this. Go ahead with your story.
So his mother called me and was begging that I should go back to his son. I told her, okay, fine, I'll consider it. Even though I did not consider anything like that at all. Because I know he will never tell his mother what happened. He told her a different story entirely. So I decided to just forget about him and move on with my life until I met another guy. This one we dated, but in the relationship I was having sex with him because the other first guy told me that it was normal, that if I don't do something like that, he's going to cheat on me. So I was having sex with him and I got pregnant again, and he was like, he does not want to have anything to do with the child, that he does not know whether it's his own, that he can't believe me, that I'm not a virgin, so he cannot really say if he's the owner of the child or not. So I told him that you said I could trust you, that you're going to help me with my problem, because I was confused. I didn't know who to rely on, and he came into the picture with
let me allow this girl to go. You know why? Next week I'm going to be teaching on red flags and black flags in relationships. How do you know that this person is a deceit, is a liar, is a psychopath, is a narcissist? How do you know? That will be next week. Hear me. To join the Women Training School, the number to text to WhatsApp is 090 2010 1080. 090 2010 1080. If you have raped somebody before, or you are struggling with your sexuality, or you want to do premarital counseling, you don't want to enter one chance when it comes to marriage, the number to text me is 080 232 42389. 080 232 42389. On behalf of Dr. Nkaju Olaifele, the father of Fresh FM Nigeria, Blast FM, I celebrate him dearly. On his behalf, I want to say a very big thank you to all our listeners. I appreciate you dearly. I will see you next week. Bye.